Hello, and welcome to the Season 20 Tournament Quarterfinals. We got two games on stream today. The first matchup is going to be Cryo versus Gaul, and the second is going to be Spork versus Proz. Both games will be best of 3. And joining me in the commentary today is Coevil, Archlord, and he's a bit late, but he will get there when he is ready. Calais. Take it away, guys.
Alright, hey guys, it's Coevil. We've got two great matchups today. The first one up is going to be Cryo versus Gaul. Both of these players really need no introduction. They've been doing really well in this tournament. This is the first round of games in the final stage. So we're at the top 8, and Cryo and Gaul are playing. And it looks like winner of this game will face... Let's see. Winner of this game will face the winner of Harp and Joker. So, Gaul and Cryo serves to be a pretty interesting matchup. Also got Archlord here with me. What do you think about this matchup? Do you know anything about these players? How you feeling?
Not in particular, no. I'm coming back to the community after a couple years out, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. A few things that I know about these players. I've played both quite a lot. In fact, I faced Gaul in this tournament. He liked to use DX's book, if you guys have seen that at all in play, which is like a flightless book with Bloodlust and Phantom. He sets up with like a bank, a swarm on one side of the map, and just builds protection shields, and then gets a Phantom out and pressures the opponent with Phantom. So we might see something like that from Gaul, although he's facing Cryo, who also likes to use Flightless. So you gotta kind of play to your matchup, you know, figure out what type of spellbook might put you in a good spot to compete, because everyone plays differently, right?
Yeah, even if you've got the same 16 spells in both books, all that means is that it's an even matchup. It's entirely skill that's going to determine who wins.
Yeah, and this might be a matchup like that. I feel like Cryo and Gaul, they both have fairly similar playstyles, I would say. They like, well, I guess Gaul in this particular setting, he likes Flightless, but he also runs Flight. But Cryo, we know, loves Flightless, and here we go. We're gonna get this going. And let's first look at the level 3s. Interesting, okay. Gaul going with a Nova Black Hole mix, which
Crowd doesn't have any.
haven't seen him run before. Cryo, I've seen this strategy from him. What he's gonna do is pressure with Rush, teleport on the same side of the map, so that he can like water ball out or get his bank out. He probably doesn't have flash. I would guess that Cryo's running with the Flightless mix. And he knows that Gaul with Nova, if he lets it get late game and the Nova comes out, that could be trouble for him. So he wants to rush a bit. That was flashable turn 1 from Gaul, but when you gate in, it doesn't actually use your gate. It's like a first turn teleport sort of mechanic on Dark Fortress, where you teleport in turn 1. So Gaul is really great with these Whispers. He's going to pressure a couple times, also take out Cryo's Blood Bank. And it's looking like a great start for him.
I liked that that second Whisper there, because even it did full damage, but it also didn't free him from the Seed Trap.
Yeah, and if he would be able to kind of get out, he would have to jump over the cloud, be in an awkward spot, and then that would be probably flashable, or he could get drained off. You could suicide with a bomb off. You could do a lot of damage. So, but I wouldn't be too concerned for Cryo here. Playing with the health deficit. With Bank, he can always get that back turn by turn. It can be pretty quick too, that he can get it back. Picking the Swarm here is interesting, because he wants to Aura Gaul's Swarm, and then his will stay alive, as you guys see. The Snare's not doing too much, although Cryo could potentially deflight here and Pebble, but that Aura is in the way. That'd be a tricky angle to Pebble from, on top of the cloud, to try and sink. Possible, but hard.
I was just about to ask if he couldn't just arc pebbles up above the cloud and the bank and everything in there. He just did it.
Yeah, for sure. I would say Cryo. Oh,
And that was a misjump.
yep, that's too bad. That's unfortunate. But that's not a game-losing blunder, I would say, okay? So he was
Nah.
just... He was speeding along, right? And maybe double tapped his long jump. Maybe a little bit nervous there. But honestly, I'm pretty sure Cryo has double towers, so Phantom's not going to do a ton. Double tower is a nice check to Phantom. And I think we're okay here for Cryo. He's down,
Eh.
obviously, but...
Phantom's Air Surge does what, 50 a turn?
Yeah, and the reason double tower is a nice check to Phantom is because, well, tower 75, and then you have two of them, so you have 275 health. You know, that'll tank 4 air surges. Whereas if you're not powered, it'll do 200 damage to you. 4 air surges, that is. So, there, interesting move by Goal to tree the bottom because he knows the fog is coming down. So he wants to just give Cryo something to think about, which is, oh no, that fog's coming down, I better do something about it. Cool portal grab. I don't know if you've seen that, Archlord. He portal grabbed the bank into the snare, and it killed the bank. That was neat.
That was a pretty neat portal. I know of the concept, but I've never seen it executed quite like that before. That was a good play.
Yeah, really good play. So, here, interestingly, Cryo has options to go through the portal if he would like, but he's choosing to just play it a bit slow. Which is alright at this point, you know, like I said, even though the early game was pretty pressure-packed, and Cryo got down to a decent health deficit, he's gaining that back, as you can see, with his bank regeneration. So, I don't know if you guys know the strategy with Nova, really, but on this map, basically what you do is you wait until turn 40, maybe longer even, until the lava's coming up and then the fog is coming down and there's only a decently small sliver in the middle of the map that you have, and then you Nova off the side that your opponent's on. So let's say that Cryo and Goal are on opposite sides. Goal would eventually Nova off that side and force Cryo to move, but when there's a lot of Arma, the fog is taking up a lot of the map and the lava is, there's not a lot of space to move. So that can be a plan that Goal can go for here.
It sounds like Nova in this context is like a, if the game goes too long, I just win button.
Yep, Sanctuary. Yeah, right, for sure. Sanctuary here. And yeah, Nova's tricky to play around if you kind of let them just sit on the opposite side. Don't think Cryo has leap or anything here in order to go for a pebble sink. It is pebble sinkable though if he was able to get up on the cloud, but he's not. So okay, he's saying I'm gonna water ball and I'm gonna create that angle for myself. Two pebble.
And he gets pebbled right back.
Yeah, I wonder if an angle for pebble works here. It might be a little bit too risky. Maybe is he gonna jump on the bank to create the angle and then swarm tick and go for an extend?
Oh,
Nice
yep, there
play.
we go.
Nice play, Cryo.
Beautiful.
Good shit. Good shit. Goal is a little bit shaky with his positioning there, creating that chance for Cryo to sink him. And now he's down a tempo, or rather maybe Cryo's just stabilized because Cryo had to gate earlier when he jumped in the water. But Goal wasn't feeling confident in a teleport on Cryo's side because it's past turn 3 and 4, obviously, right? And so he's got his heavy hitters, things like Mega and other stuff. So, quick thing to point out.
Yes.
that tree, did you see how he took 15 damage from the aura? I don't know. Yeah. So when he treed the swarm, like, he was right under that tree, and it did the 15 damage to him. Even though the swarm didn't tick him physically, it did the 15 damage. So that can happen. That's a little mechanic. If you tree an aura or tree a swarm, it can tick you for the 15. Kind of an odd, weird mechanic there.
Is that intended?
I think so, but just something that is a little bit less known. Gall in some trouble here. Mega and just like game, basically. Jesus.
Mhm.
Let me check the chats real quick. Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, owned. Absolutely crushed.
Yeah, I don't know how you come down from a 200 health deficit at this stage. And Cryo's definitely stuck here, but I'm not.
No one in the chat yet. He can actually pebble that. Or I guess, yeah, I was looking away from my screen because I was checking the chat, but there's nothing in chat. But maybe he took a snare tick on the tower, and so that's why Cryo was able to
Drain him out of it.
drain him out of it. Or he took more than a snare tick. Ooh, and
The
portal into
grab
the
for
snare.
execute.
Ooh, that was tough. Great work by Cryo after the early throw. And tough, a bit of an experimental book by Gall, right, to use Nova.
Mhm.
And it didn't work out very well for him after he allowed that sink. So if he stayed in the game, didn't allow that pebble sink that Cryo set up, I think he took a risk with his book. So he needs to go back to what he's used to running and see what how that does for him.
Do
If
you
that
think the
will
pebble
fare him.
sink was the determining moment in that game, or do you think it happened a bit later?
Like I said, when Cryo jumped off the map, I thought it was okay. You know, it's not the end of the world, because there's still that huge column in the middle, right? They can do relatively well to disengage from each other because of that amount of land. So there, I think, yeah, so he's pebbled off, right? And he teleports in. Cryo has portal too, which is tough. If you're teleporting and you have no gate, he could portal over to him, apply pressure. But yeah, he was able to just close the gap once he teleported in, and obviously got ticked for that 15. He's got a nice zoning spell and snare, and Gall teleported to a place where he can't run from the snare, and his gate is down. So yeah, I think that was a turning point for sure. So we got game 2 coming up right about now. Check the level 3s, of course. Gall is going with his book again. A stubborn determination. Running it back. I don't mind this. Funny teleport there from Gall. Imagine a lob. Why would he do that, honestly, against Cryo, of all people? Like,
Is Cryo known for good lobs?
Yeah, he has good aim. That being said, so does Gall, but that's risky. Bank is a nice alternative to Drain. It's allowing him to get some health, right? When Bank is out, you do damage to the opponent, and it heals you for a bit. 20%, I think. The early game kind of strategy with Flightless is to carve out your space in the middle of the map, as Cryo's doing, and maybe tower in that center area. Gall knows this and is treeing it off. And this is how most, honestly, Flightless and Flight matchups go. You're just setting up. Ooh, nice movement there by Cryo to not fall in the water. And yeah, just spamming those water balls wants a pathway to get to Gall. He needs to eventually, because he can't just let him sit there for 40 turns. So right now he's got a bank out, he's got a swarm out, Gall's got a bank out, Gall's got a swarm out. You're seeing a pattern here, huh?
They have very similar books. It's just Cryos is missing the, he doesn't have the level 3s.
Right, yeah, similar, maybe not in spells exactly, but similar in like styles.
Mhm.
So, although, I mean, yes and no. Early on, early game, yeah, they're both gonna just want to get that set up. Like, they both have Bank and Swarm, so they want both of those up. But I feel like Cryos is a little bit more aggro, which is why he's waterballing here. And he's wanting to get those down. He's wanting to go up there and Sanctuary Goal, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Goal wants to not do any engagement, basically wait for Nova. Discourage Cryo from getting to him, as you can see with the Swarm placement.
Yeah.
So, cat and mouse is what I like to call this, basically. Gull's more defensive, wants a late game win con. Cryo's more offensive, wants to push. Interesting, yeah. I was just gonna say.
Bomb.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Gull is gonna switch from defensive to offense and go for DMB, which Cryo overlooked a little bit here. He has to be careful that the DMB doesn't hit his Swarm, and Sanctuary's a good option here. Again, some damage is not the end of the world for Cryo. He's got his bank out. Has to maybe go for a Mud Ball here. Or perhaps a Telly. Is he gonna pick Gull with the Swarm first? Yeah, and then he's gonna position the Swarm up there so that he can hit the bank easier. So the Swarm's closer to the bank. It's all about kind of slow incremental progress with the minions in 10s. You're not gonna bring the Swarm across the map all the way in one turn, right?
Yeah.
So here, if I'm Cryo, I run away and I use my second tower. He's gonna tick him. He's gotta be careful. 4, 3, 2. Okay, he might not have a second tower, in which case Gull could grow a pair of balls and go for another DMB here. A bit too risky though. Okay, yeah, Whisper Bomb is nice, because the Man Trap is no longer able to block that area, and Cryo has to run. Get out of there. If I'm Cryo, I would go a little bit further away, but he's saying, nah, I'm not in too much danger. Although, I don't know, jump over on the Man Trap, you know, get a decently aimed DMB, that does some good damage. But instead, you know, he's taking the safer route. Getting the Swarm out with some tempo. And Cryo knows he's prioritizing running away. A little bit risky. I know that Gull can't go over there, but lob is again possible, but these players are really low risk. So here he's going for... He's going to the top. If Cryo had flight, it would be game over, because, you know, that's flashable through the cloud. But I actually kind of like where Cryo's at. I feel like Gull potentially had to go for some sort of pressure play there, but he didn't. He chose not to. Because he's at such a health advantage, right?
Yeah.
And I understand that Cryo has Swarm, but... yeah, and so he's just gonna get a little bit of health. You notice all these moves are very slow, right? It's a slow game. You don't see them just like whacking each other with clocks and megas and everything. They're goal queued, so I don't know if you guys know, but one of his names, one of his alts is No Q Gull. Well, he might have to change that now.
Well, here's the Nova.
But yeah, a good Nova, right? Because look, where's the space? Cryo has to maybe jump out of there if he can. He's gonna have to gate, right? Yeah, he didn't. He tried, yeah, and he flashes the draw there. So the reason is he wanted to get out like under where Gull was. But yeah, teleport, I mean, that's a solid one, because he's not he's not in too vulnerable a spot, right? Interesting. Okay, wormhole. Sanctuary won't quite reach it. Snare is a great play. Yeah, I was going through what Cryo had in his book, and I was thinking, how could he discourage Gull from going through that wormhole, right? And Snare is the way to do it. And that nullifies the wormhole entirely, basically. So, nice plays by Cryo.
Now we see him trying to reset with the swarm, and
Right. I don't know that he can take advantage of this Cryo getting ticked. Yeah, he's going to run out of time, and then he's going to have to tower. And the issue now for Gull is that his Nova was popped at like turn 17, turn 18. You know, what was I saying about how you typically save Nova for like
for
turn
late.
40? Yeah.
He does not have it late.
Right, so he's going to
used it
use...
early.
Yeah, he's going to use a lot of the firepower. Or lose a lot of the firepower. Oh yeah, Spork, I see his Twitch chat from way long ago when I was saying that he could maybe jump on the man trap. And he said he can't. But yeah, he's flightless, so he can't.
Ooh, that was a good javelin.
For sure. Did that come from...
That was a
Cryo,
cryo to call.
Yeah.
It removed his prod and got most of the tower health too.
Oh, and did you see that? He went for the pulse.
And missed on the swarm.
Yeah, he missed it. He missed it.
Rip.
Yeah. Too bad. But yeah, Cryo's very good at aiming spears too. He's had a lot of practice with that. So, good play by him. In this type of match of, you know, lobs, I think Cryo wins these. Of course, they're not going to lob for the next 20 turns, but... Oh, almost gets the Whisper knock. Oh, went for it. Still fine. Ooh. Almost a difficult...
All going aggro.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to at this point,
That's
I think.
good pebbles.
Yeah, a good pebble. He doesn't have much space, right? He cannot go to the bottom of the map. Because the lava's coming up. And Cryo doesn't really have Spear, right? He just used it. So he has to go for the Mud Ball. And now they're in kind of a mid-map, like, all-out brawl. There's no space to stall. So whoever wins this matchup of basically face-to-face, full aggro, is going to win the game. Yeah, there's no way this can draw out. It's very decisive at this point, just because of how open the middle of the map is. So he goes for a pebble, didn't quite get there. He could have scooted over to the right instead of to the left and tried to go for it, but then he's close to the little tip of the mud ball there, so it might not work. Yeah, a couple people are suggesting potentially moving right would be better. But he goes for a second pebble, and I mean, there's still some pressure, right? He's got Whisper Bomb to, if he wants to... does he make that jump? Okay, Whisper's possible here. Is he gonna go for it? Ooh, yeet! Oh, okay. Shit. Alright, that's tough on goal. He doesn't have the range to Whisper. Luckily, he's got a second tower. Holy shit. Okay, he almost threw entirely. But his plan was to Whisper that and knock Crawl out. Not Cryo off the map. So, oh, does that go into the lava? Oh, almost. Almost.
Not quite.
Yeah. And so Gull's losing this matchup. Because Cryo has a bank out. That's what we haven't really been saying. He's got a bank out. And why is that so good? Well, all the damage he does, he's healing, right? So, I don't know if Cryo's going to go for a Whisper. It looks slightly out of range.
Yeah, I don't...
That's
I like
fair.
the barrier here. That cleared out the... I like clearing out the swarm there.
Yeah, and also it even more restricts Gull in his movement. He can't really go up and over by Cryo. That being said, he doesn't want to, but... Cryo playing really well here with the flightless pressure, which is no surprise. He loves these types of books. So if I'm Gull here, it's a difficult spot to be in. When my tower's back, I want to tower up. I could just consider getting a bank out here, gaining some health, or canceling out the aura damage. Yep, tower here is great. He's improving his mobility, right? He can go back to the left side of the map now. Cryo has Drain, which is awesome, and Gull is not healing quite as much as Cryo is, but I don't know, maybe they are trying to stabilize and heading towards some sort of draw-ish match, but I still don't think it'll draw. They are gaining health, they're getting back to 250, but they're just being cautious because they don't want to throw. Neither of these players wants to throw.
We still got a little bit less than half the match to go, so...
Yeah, and Black Hole, this is throwing a wrench in the plan for Cryo, right? Because he's got flightless, so how are you navigating Black Hole with no flight? It's very difficult, especially on this map that's that open. One option I see that Cryo could do is move his man trap down and then move himself down, and then maybe go for a pebble. But then he leaves himself vulnerable to a second DMB, so it's risky. Neither player can really go aggro here and be pretty safe. Okay, and he misses the water ball there. Flashes the draw.
Flashes the draw.
Yep, he does that a lot. Gull will be able to take his swarm as well, which is great, and then kill the swarm next turn.
And he's got his bank up, too.
I'm gonna check the chat again. 1v says, Archibald, speak up. This is not Archibald. Spork says, this match will not draw, both flightless on an open middle map. Yeah, for sure. Terrain is being chipped away, no way it draws. Yeah, I agree. It's wide open. Oh, the volume. Okay. Gotcha. Thanks, Ink.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
agree.
bit on the quiet side normally, so...
Yeah, no worries at all. I agree with Nev and Spork here that this is not looking like a draw. And Black Hole does throw a wrench in things, though, because it's hard for Cryo to advance. So he's going to have to rely on some lobs. Oh! I was just going to say he's going to have to rely on some lobs, and we might see a drain sink. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, I don't know if that does much for him unless he goes for a second lob. Mega, go. Come on.
Was the boulder too high? Way too high.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Wait, no, he needed to go to the right of the tree and throw it like a little bit more steep of an angle. He threw it way too high and he didn't see the land because of the fog. So the Black Hole didn't interfere with that at all, or anything like that. Or did it?
It might have.
Maybe it did. It didn't look like it did. Normally you see, like, it moves pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious how it moves. But, I don't know, I'd be surprised that it looked like Cryo just full powered that baby right into the land. But I don't think he quite had a good angle. I think he should have maybe scooted a little bit back to where he is sanked, actually. Maybe lob a little bit of a steeper mega from that angle. But then I think Black Hole does interfere there. So it's tricky. Now it's looking more like a draw, potentially. With both players.
Neither side really has good ways to go aggro on each other at this stage, so...
Yeah, with both players being so passive. It did, you could see it deflect. Yeah, maybe I just didn't see it on my end. But what we know is that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Yeah, I would definitely bet on Cryo to hit those lobs. So something definitely went wrong there.
Oh no.
And he goes for the spear. It's turned into a little bit of a meme game at this point, actually. They're just kind of lobbing. I think in the back of their mind they're thinking, oh, this game was so shit, we're just gonna draw, you know, in 15 turns.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's looking like that could happen. You know, they're just sitting in their tower summoning swarms, banks. There's no real shot of pressuring because of swarms. If Gull tries to push and pebble, Cryo's gonna block with his swarm. The trees are actually helping Cryo because Gull's not able to push. Assuming that the goal is to get a draw, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking toward the next game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Assuming nothing insane happens here. Of course, someone could go into the black hole, right? Okay, kills the aura, or kills
Somebody
the
could
swarm
get
with the aura.
abducted, or
What was that?
somebody could get it abducted or something. No, honestly I think the black hole's what's changed this from. It's definitely gonna be a I don't know what word I'm looking for. It was looking
Yeah.
to be really scrappy with an open middle, and then somebody put a black hole down, and I think that's what turned it into a more likely to draw than not.
Yeah, for sure. And then a couple of risky lobs. That one lob that didn't go Cryo's way. Nice one
Yeah.
there by Gull. Doesn't really do much. Fairly inconsequential. Because for Gull to close that gap in Pebble, he'd have to be in the fog, which is just not a play. That would potentially lose him the game. So Cryo goes for another spear there. There is some benefit to not hitting it. So if you pick it back up, it does more damage. Goldie towers there and gates after a Q. So he Q'd a couple turns ago, and then he went too close maybe to the black hole. Sometimes when you're close to it with like a sanctuary or any tower, then it will detower you. But usually it's when you're close and you click tower and then it detowers you.
Oh.
I think he just let's see. I don't know. It's a little tricky to know whether he detowered or that was black hole. My guess is he moved slightly too close to it and it just took his tower off and he fell. Cryo, of course, misses the lob. We don't really need to commentate every missed lob or made lob because it's not really consequential in the case of this game. We're at turn 50, 51, 52 now. Okay, so he went through his wormhole into the fog, and
I was just like, okay, you could have your draw.
They just offered the draw. So that's one interaction that maybe you guys don't know about, is that if you go through the black hole, you go up into the wormhole. And I don't know if Gull knew that, or he probably just already decided, we're going to do a draw. So I'm just going to fuck around, and maybe he didn't know that he ended up in a wormhole, not sure what happened. But that was a pretty meme game, I'm not sure how to explain that. Kind of wild.
Fog of War was not an Armageddon when I last played this game. What exactly does it do?
Yeah, so the Rising Lava or the Fog, so the orange or the white, they both do damage if you're in the fog or the lava at the end of like your turn or your opponent's turn. And they do damage equal to the turn number. So let's say I'm in the lava at turn 40 and my turn ends. I take 40 damage. And then when my opponent's turn ends, I take another 40 damage. So I'll take a total of 80 damage. So it also does double damage to towers. So that's lava and fog for you.
Gotcha.
They both go down the map at the same rate, but I like to say that fog is a little bit more threatening because most people, they like to stick around the top middle of the map, top center, mid-center-ish. So most people, they're not messing around in the bottom of the map and in danger of lava, but fog is something that they have to watch out for. So that was a bit of a wild game. Cryo with a nice portal grab. Looks like they're both running similar books. Skull again going with the Nova Black Hole mix. And botches up his movement a little bit there. That's pebbleable. With potentially... Okay, no, probably not a sink. But yeah, okay. That would have been a ridiculous sink. He would have to lob that perfectly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm surprised that the matchup is the same exact one every game. So this is Whisper Bombable by Cryo. I believe full power extend to sink goal. I would try it. Or maybe Water Ball might sink. Yeah, he just
Water
goes
Ball
for the
sink.
Water Ball. Yeah, good play. And the problem for goal now is Cryo's got a portal to the other side. But can he actually use it? No. Because he's...
He can't jump high enough to get in there.
Yep. But he could get a man trap out, jump on the man trap, or swarm. So you can ladder it. Ladder that swarm, jump on the swarm, jump into the portal. And apply some pressure. Whisper Bomb the bank. That's one line that he could do. Or, Goal got the tree on there for him.
He can jump up the tree if he wants to go that route, but it looks like he'd rather get his blood bank out first.
Yeah, bank out first, and then a couple different lines so he could go into the portal, kill the bank. Now he's got to deal with the swarm too. I think going into the portal's not the best. Another line is waterballing the center of the map a couple of times. Yeah, he's going to go with the protection shield. You might think, what's the value of like flightless and protection shield? Well, for one, Gull's got Mac Air, right? So he's going to be able to tower and move around with a bunch of prots, which is great.
Prot in general is just really good, just because of the overcapping max health thing.
Yeah, for sure. The tower there kind of defeats the purpose of his prot, unfortunately. Okay, Cryo's now choosing to go through the portal. And Snare is a good spot, good move here to zone Goal out of his area. Actually really good. Why is
Also
it good?
sunk the bank, too, as an added bonus.
Yeah, although it would die anyway, but yeah.
Style point!
Yeah, exactly, style points for sure. So, okay, interesting. Tower, retower, yeah. Retower, water ball pressure, and then... Yeah, it's kind of hard. So, Cryo couldn't stay up there. If there was no fog, I would be like, yeah, stay up there, tower, then you can go back through your portal. But now, Cryo can't go back through his portal. He could re-portal here. Scoot his tower down, portal into the snares. Okay, goes for swarm. You can move the swarm and other minions through fog, as long as not at the end of the turn it's not in fog. Okay?
Does lava work the same way?
Yeah, same way, but it just comes from the bottom. So exact same
Gotcha.
mechanic. So if I'm Gull here... Oh, he messes up the portal grab, which is interesting because I know Cryo has a lot of speed, and 10s, it's fairly easy with someone with Cryo's experience to hit that, but they can always go wrong. So that happens. It's not a game-losing thing or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to go for a pebble here? Just rush?
Yep, there's the pebble.
Yeah, that's a little bit risky. Potentially a DMB could knock Cryo off the map, but it's tricky to aim. So we'll see. I don't know if Gull wants to go for like a Whisper. Okay, he's going for the slow play Swarm idea. Cryo doesn't have spot for Sanctuary, which is what he was looking for. So he just goes for Snare. Now here... Yeah, this is a difficult angle to Lava Bomb. Could be a potential line that Gull goes for, get some damage off, but he chooses to play it safe. He knows that the lobs were not really going well for him. I wonder if Cryo could go through that portal. And let me check the chat to see if anyone else has any.
If he hits it at the right angle, he probably could.
Yeah, he will go through the portal.
Right. So here, yeah. Maybe an option to go through the portal here.
Yep,
And
and
then
immediately
move.
get ticked by his own swarm.
Yeah, but he can move it and he can sank or tower. Yeah. And now pressure with whispers if he has it. Again, I don't know, you know, he could have made a couple tweaks to his book. But yeah, that's a fine play by Goal. If I'm Cryo, well, maybe water ball down. The fog's coming, it's gonna kill his swarm next turn. He's trying to maneuver somehow. Yeah, okay, drain. He's trying to be able to move his tower to the best of his ability, the best he can, right? And looks like his tower will be ticked down. 45 damage now, if my math is right. Whisper spam is a potential option here if he has it. Goes for the pebble, but what happened there is if you're too close to land and you pebble, it will just tick you once and it won't, the pebbles won't continue to roll. Unless you have a protection shield, pebble will ignore prots and the pebbles will just continue to go. So that's unfortunate, although again, not game losing or anything of that nature.
Has prot always worked that way? Like if you're in the middle of channeling a bolt spell that's doing self-damage, that the spell keeps going until your prot's gone?
I don't know about Arc 1, but I know for, yeah, as long as I can remember, that's how it's functioned in Arc 2, so. Someone in the lobby was asking about if Cryo wins this if it draws, but in these top 8 matchups, and I think even before that top 16, draws are 0 points, so wins only count.
Yeah, correct.
So-
The qualifiers were when we counted draws as 0.5 each.
Was that just to keep the qualifiers? Like I get that there's a reason we have 2 hours blocked out per set here.
Yeah, it was mainly for that reason. It was sort of an experiment we ran on the qualifiers, because we've never done that format before.
Yep. Oh, I see Calais in the chat. Is he here? Is that who jumped into our call?
It sounded like him.
Oh yeah, he's just getting some things ready.
I suppose I could recap Calais.
Like give an intro, or what did you want to do?
Oh, that and, of course, just inform him what's been going on so far.
Oh yeah, tell him about the matches and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
of
sure.
course.
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is not the most commentatable game. Why is that? Well, you're just bringing out a bank, then you bring out a swarm, and then your opponent pushes and there's a couple blunders here and there, and then they have to teleport away. And then once you make that blunder and you have to teleport away, the whole process repeats. You gotta get a swarm out, you gotta get a bank out, and then you gotta push. And you got to not blunder, otherwise you gotta retreat, and then you lose all your momentum. So it's a game of tempos. One way that Cryo can start to close here is pressure with water ball. And he knows Gull just gated. By the time he gets to him though, his gate will be back, but the map is shrinking. And also Gull's black hole is in a bad spot right now, because he's blocked off that left side of the map, or a lot of it. So that's why we see Cryo pushing. He has also got his bank out. Yeah, it's below the black hole. Gull has some mobility, but oh, that's super risky. He's gonna get pebbled into the lava next turn, potentially. Okay, he goes
No,
for
he's
the
just
black
gonna
hole
move
there.
the black hole.
Which is
I
fair.
was gonna say, isn't that like a 5-turn cooldown, but you can move it as much as you want?
Yeah. So when you move it, yeah, Portal is a great play. He could also gate, but if he gates, then he doesn't have gate, right? And why not Portal when Gull is trapped? Basically, his plan is, he's saying, I don't have to rush too hard, because where does Gull go? He's got no space. Cryo's gonna stay in the portal and pebble. Yeah, solid play. Too bad that wasn't the best pebble that I've ever seen.
You got rid of the Proz at least.
Yeah, Gull in a difficult spot here. He will either tree or summon a minion. Yeah. Waterballing down here would do quite a bit of damage and set up for a counter by Gull, so that's why Cryo chooses to go for the Swarm. And you can see how zoned in Gull is here, right? He's going to go for some Whisper Spam, potentially, out of range of the Swarms. Okay, he's prioritizing healing, which is good. You gotta have that bank out. Trees are annoying for my friend Cryo. Because
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
No
My
flash.
fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. Cryo's outfit, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure about it.
Welcome in,
Honestly, I think
Calais.
that might contribute to his loss.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Thanks, bro.
Archlord, your
Come
voice
on,
changed
bro.
quite a lot.
The man
What
who needs
what
no
happened?
introduction.
What happened to you, Archlord? Are you okay? You feeling okay?
Yes, yes,
Oh, wow.
I'm feeling just fine. I'm just
Oh,
not
you're still
sure.
here.
I don't know, bro. Because if I zoom in on Cryo's outfit, hold on. I gotta.
Oh.
That's the key, you don't zoom in.
Nah, I'm not sure about that one, bro.
Look at that
Honestly?
face. Haunting face. Oh, nice. Oh, I can
Does
do
that
my
count as
trademark
lava? Yes, that
phrase.
counts as
That-
lava.
Oh,
My tr-
wow. That's crazy.
My trademark phrase. Nice water ball by Cryo.
I feel like
Amazing.
you shouldn't even be being touched by that. That's crazy.
But anyways, Calais, just to recap you on what's happened so far. Cryo won game 1 quite convincingly, and game 2 ended up being a black hole stallfest sort of draw. They are on game 3 now, with Cryo up 1-0.
Oh my god. Thanks for the recap, though, bro.
No
Bless
worries.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know why, bro. The sneezes just started to attack me for no reason there. But
I hate
nah,
when that happens.
the people's champ. Not trying to root for anybody, not trying to say I have any bias, but I want the people's champ to take it here.
Just like you came in and started attacking Cryo. The sneezes said, nope, not today.
I mean, I still want him to win. I just don't know about his outfit.
Yeah,
I don't
for real.
know, bro. I don't know. That's how you gonna. Because you have like thousands of eyes on you. This is the Super Bowl. That's what you decide to wear.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, Cryo.
Cryo doing really well to push now, because we were talking about when you were off the call, when it was much more pleasant in here. We were talking about how Gull was zoned out so much at the bottom. Like, he's got no space to work with, right? And so now we're seeing the symptom of that, which is that he's just down health, he's down everything. Cryo fucks that up royally. He could have just gone for Water Ball, but it's difficult. That was not really a necessary move. He just rushed it hardcore, and now Gull gets a bank out. Although this is pebbleable, it's a little bit tricky. I would
Especially if he
go.
walks out from under the bank like that.
Yeah, this could be pebbleable. Yeah, nice play.
Oh,
Nice play.
man.
With the sink
Yep,
too.
so-
Holy moly.
So, yeah, bit of a lure there, maybe. I don't know, but nice play there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's something only the people's champ could pull off. I don't know if the extra sport could pull that one off.
Move your bank, yeah, get it away from the fog so you can keep the pressure on and get the heals. Great water ball, 36 health. Nice water ball
Great
by
water ball.
nice water ball by Cryo. You know the joke. Archlord doesn't, but you know
I'm
it.
learning.
Yeah.
You know. Oh,
Nice
no
water
gate.
ball.
No gate. Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, resign. Oh, we've not seen a resign.
Resign?
And is that
That's crazy.
That's game over. That's 2-0.
That's it
I
for the
wouldn't
set.
resign, bro.
That's cryo over goal.
Come on.
That's it.
He didn't even ask for the homie draw this time.
That's
I
it.
He
feel
just
like
quit.
I feel like he might have just not like. I don't know. That's tilt. That's crazy. Maybe he
Props.
just didn't like the map or something. That's nuts.
Props to Cryo. Props to Cryo. He played really well with this flightless book. Yeah, great work. I want to ask him about Portal, his integration of Portal in those books, because I haven't really seen it much in flightless, and especially when he has Sanctuary. Yeah, I wonder what his thought process was, and how is he able to predict, like, Gull running a Nova mix? Like, that seems so anti-Gull. What is he doing? That's so strange, right? So, he ran that mix, by the way, Calais, all 4 matches. Was it 4? No,
Okay.
3 matches. Yeah, 1 draw and 2 wins. So,
Damn. Honestly, crazy to see a raid boss like Goal resign. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like the resign was crazier than just him just taking the L. But and maybe he just realized he was at a loss already. Who knows?
yeah, that's okay. It's like a grandmaster in chess type of a move where you're on the board, you make a blunder and you just resign because you know what the outcome is going to be. And the reality is, like, yes, that was a resign, but honestly, like, it's a resign for a reason. He's got no gate. He just gated. He towered. He's going to be detowered the following turn, and Cryo's going to win. So he just said, you know what?
Sorry to cut you off, but welcome in, Cryo. GG's, and congratulations on the win versus Gaul.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think we should get Gaul in here as well, man.
Welcome,
I want to hear his thoughts.
You want to hear Gaul's thoughts? Did I hear... What did you just say?
Of course I do, yeah.
Did I hear that?
Oh, hi, Gaul.
You want to hear Gaul's thoughts? I would like to hear Gaul's thoughts, too.
Sure, let's get Gaul in here.
I feel like Gaul used a book that you didn't, like, practice with, so it felt a little bit... Like, I had a bit of an advantage getting into it.
Yeah. Did you think he was going to run it twice? Like, 3 times?
Not at all, man. I switched books for the middle game. So I thought he would switch to just, like, a generic fight peg type book after losing with, like, a weird book. But...
Yeah, I was curious about that because he stomped me with DX's book.
Yeah, I thought he'd either switch... I thought he might switch to DX's book, but I thought it was more likely that he'd run, like, a weird book in game 1 and then switch to a sort of generic book in game 2, but... No, man, he just sent it with that book. Fair enough.
Yeah, do you have any insight into his strategy with that book the first time you saw it, and maybe kind of after the first game? Did you sniff it out and kind of come up with a different approach, or did you just say, you know what, I'm just going to play my game, and he's running an off book, just try to outplay it?
I had Portal to counter the DX book, but it also lines up pretty good against Black Hole. Like, obviously it lets me navigate around the Black Hole. So it turns that matchup from, like, a draw into a matchup that I can actually play for the win.
Yeah, I was going to ask Portal, what's the usefulness of that, and how does that really help you or counter DX's book? Yeah.
I mean, the main thing is pot grabbing into Sanctuary, because obviously he runs Proc without flight, but you can also do shenanigans with Devil Snare, Swarm, and with the Dense Fog. So it's got a lot of utility in the map.
Right. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Pretty innovative. Worked out well for you.
Yeah, I'm just relieved I won.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean...
I really feel...
What, last 5 minutes? Unfortunately, I did miss the game, but I do have to ask you, bro.
Hey guys, excuse me for a second. Sorry about that to people who are watching the streams and whatnot. We just had a bit of a technical issue. So, I believe we're okay now. I'm still having a couple issues with the Discord. So give me a minute on that.
Alright, yeah.
Appears that I can still hear you guys, but yeah,
I'm
my
excited
Discord...
for the Proz game. Can't wait for that one.
So yes, just give it a minute. I'm not sure what exactly happened. If it was my internet or something. I think it was because I got disconnected in general.
And I can hear you better now, Ink. You did come in really choppy there for a second, but now it's better.
Yeah, I sort of got caught off on Cryo's insight there, so unfortunately Discord is still not cooperating, so 1 second, I'm going to restart and be right back.
The chops to back it up.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
real.
Alright, I
Agreed.
think we are all good now. Sorry about that to everybody who was watching the stream. We had a few tech problems. But yeah, if you guys, I don't think we missed too much on the interview end. If you guys want to repeat that, go for it.
Hi. Where was I again? What were we saying? Something about Parlo.
It was something about somebody's outfit, I think, was about to get criticized.
Yeah, Calais was about to ask you a very insightful question.
Oh yeah. Go on, Clay.
No, man, don't put it on
Go on,
me.
man.
I was
Don't be shy. What were you saying?
Bro, the
Talk about my
outfit, come
outfit.
on. I feel like, come on, bro. This is like your Super Bowl moment. You going up versus gold, and then the
Yeah, I should have
outfit
used
was
my
just
real
like
outfit.
nutty. I don't know, man. I
Yeah, this is
expected
a classic.
something-
This is like a classic for like the depths of my closet, so to speak.
Maybe
Pikachu
I just don't
outfit.
know the story behind
You're
it.
the banana man.
Hey, man,
Maybe I
it's
don't
the
know the
best
story
Pikachu.
behind it. Yeah, maybe if
It's just
someone
the
gave me
best
the
for
lore
Pikachu.
behind it.
Yeah, man, no one can match girls' outfits, so why even bother trying?
Look, bro. Other than that, I respect that you ended yet another game with water ball in your book. The classic
Every
cryo.
game. Are we going to talk
Oh,
about the middle game? I don't know what the
bro.
fuck went on in that game. Yeah, I guess we
Every
should
game,
talk
bro.
about
I respect it.
I got to say my trademark, nice water ball by Cryo, a few times.
I've been introduced to the meme. I appreciate it.
I didn't even know it was a meme, really.
No, it's just something that DX said to kind of minimize my commentary a bit. Coeval has that nice
I
water
remember,
ball by
yeah.
Cryo commentary, but
I mean, DX helped me a bit with playing with this book, tell me to, use water bomb more, pretty much.
yeah.
It's a good idea, that, man. Like, a lot of the time, it feels like, you can go for a snare, but if it's only going to hit for 30 damage, you'd rather water ball and then open up the path to continue the push forward.
Ink, you can go ahead.
Yes, I do have a question for Cryo before we conclude this interview, as we do have Spork and Proz gonna play in a couple minutes.
Hell yeah.
I believe you were playing the winner of Joker and Harp. There's no guarantee that that game will actually get played. There's been some scheduling issues with that. But,
I can wait, but...
well, unfortunately we can't because, as we know, we do have deadlines. But out of the two, is there anybody who you would prefer to play? Anyone who you would not prefer to play? Or are you just indifferent about the whole thing?
Well, first of all, I've beat Gar, so I feel like I've already won the tourney. Like, really, what's anyone else compared to Gar? It's only DX now that I'm really afraid of. But out of Harper or Joker, I think I'm probably a little bit more nervous fighting against Harpo. Like, I know it sounds disrespectful to Joker, but I know he's not being like on his A game recently. I think Joker's like got a better track record in low times, but I think his performance recently is not really been that great. And Harpo, I don't really know like how Harpo plays in low times. I've not really seen him play much.
He likes to
He's
queue.
wild.
He likes to queue.
Harpo
He's
does.
wild.
Okay. I mean, I'm not too nervous about either of them, I'm going to be completely honest, but we'll see.
You've summited the mountain, and now you're
It
you're
feels
chilling.
that way.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm ready to see this.
Nah, if
first
anything, I feel
spot.
like you might have a target on your back because, like, I don't know. Everyone
Even
looks
the way
at
Gar was
Cryo
playing
as, like,
there, I feel like a lot of players, if they were like bringing their A game, could have beaten there as well. So, I'm not.
yeah, but
I'm
I
not
feel like
risking
everyone's looking, like, everyone wants to see you, like, everyone's so glad to see you perform again and that you're back, like, at a high level. I think most people are just excited to see you perform too. So definitely want to see you go. Like
Yeah, man, happy to
definitely
hear
want to see you
that.
advance, man.
Just here to put on a performance for the viewers and all that.
Well,
I don't really care about that. I just want to win.
Let's go.
well, that you did, Cryo, and once again, congratulations. We'll unfortunately have to cut this interview off a little bit shorter than normal because Spork and
good.
Proz are going to start in a sec. But thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate the insight as
GGs.
always. And
Well played,
GG's.
Bill.
Good
Thanks
luck
for
in the
having me.
future.
Well played.
Well played. Congrats on the win.
That was Cryo, everybody. Now a semi-finalist in this tournament, and that is the first time that Gaul has actually lost in a low times tournament that he's entered. A very big first.
Damn, really? That's crazy.
Yes,
I
every
didn't know
single
that.
LTS tournament he's entered, he has won, actually. So this is quite something, for sure. Coming up,
fire as a raid boss, man.
yeah, for sure. Coming up next, we got Proz and Spork. These two are going to start right away, and I'll let you guys take it away.
Sweet. So we've got Proz and Spork here. Two players with a little different playstyles. Proz is definitely known to be defensive, right? You could see dark defense.
Nah, I don't know about
books.
that, bro.
You don't think
Proz
so?
is definitely Proz is definitely a very aggressive, very, very interesting player, bro. You never see the same thing from him twice. I'm really excited to see what Proz has to bring to the table here, man. He's always innovating, always bringing something new to the table. No, very, very flashy, aggressive player. Very excited.
Can't wait to see that Whisper Bomb, Supernova, Mega Boulder, Imp Destruction mix that he's gonna pull out.
Yeah, I mean, you never see the same thing twice from Proz, so that's why I'm excited to see what he's gonna bring here today.
Yeah, sometimes I forget what certain spells are, like Pegasus and Protection Shield, because he just never uses them, because they're, not defensive at all, and he's just not defensive at all. Alright, but, yeah, for real, Spork, we've seen him run Wormhole, we've seen him... I don't know if he did many no-flight books, to be honest. A lot of his were just pretty kind of slow playing, like Wormhole, Swarm, and Dark Knight type
Honestly,
of...
that's what I saw. Are you talking about Spork? Because that's what I saw him doing last time.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
So if we get two slow players this game, I don't know, bro. This might be some bullshit. Like, if Proz decides to be on some snail, I don't know, bro.
Snail space? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Most of these guys like playing turtles on this map, so we'll see.
Yep. Also, they both want to really win. There's a lot of kind of tension in this highly anticipated matchup. We'll see who can, talk the talk and walk the walk. Who lives up to their name.
Who you got, bro?
I've got
Who do you think's
Spork.
gonna take this one? You got Spork? Honestly, I got Spork too. Honestly. No shade to Proz, because Proz, I think you're a great player. From one fan to another, man.
Yeah, for sure. Proz has a lot of fans, and we'll see. I don't know. I think so. The reason I see Spork winning this is Proz. I'm not sure how versatile he is with switching up books. He did do that versus Slim Bill. He does have a flightless book, which I like. I like it, and if I do see it, I'll give some insight on it. So he has shown to be versatile. If he can do that, I think he would be able to squeak out some wins. So looks like we've started here. We're gonna hop in.
Oh, nice.
I'm curious if
where's that icon?
Which player, if any, runs flightless. So we'll see what happens here. Everyone get on the boat.
Is flightless a popular mix on this now? I feel like flightless would just be kind of stupid, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
because like you would just drown eventually, right? Like you would either stay in the lava and just die.
Not quite, because at the same time, flight is a bit redundant in some aspects, as you can't really navigate the top of the map. You just sort of have to stay around the middle and, you know, hope you don't get knocked off. Oh, and also, 1v says in the YouTube chat to Calais, have Calais read these please so you can shit talk, so I can shit talk him.
All right, man. What is this clown saying? Let me see. Let me see what the streets are.
He's
Oh, I
in the
see him.
YouTube chat, by the way. If you
The
want to keep
YouTube
that
chat.
open.
Oh, he also says, is anyone reading this? And I say, no, we're not.
Hold on, I gotta figure out how to navigate over there.
Oh yeah, no worries. So I posted a link. I believe it changes every stream, so I sort of have to repost it, but it's in the competitive tournaments channel.
Oh, okay. Let me put my shoes on and walk on over there. One sec.
Treeing off the spear.
Yeah, can we just talk for a bit about using your forest seed to prevent your opponent from picking up a spear?
It doesn't do anything. It just... He can pick it up later. He can flash it out and pick it up later, so...
But he couldn't pick it up right now.
Although, I guess, if he damages it, then he can't pick it up. So he can't flash it out. So I guess that's fair. I had to think about that for a second. It seemed a little bit strange. Looks like neither of these guys have level 3s. Proz is running Flight Phantom. And I'm curious if Spork has Pegasus. That would really help him a lot here, but I don't think he really needs it. He's going to go for the spear strat, which is to just stockpile all your spears, and then late game, you're able to slap your opponent for 100 plus. Because the way spear works is damage scales up quickly, and when you pick it back up, it says every time it's cast, the damage is increased by 7. Unless it misses and fails to travel far enough to reach its max potential damage. So, you can throw it, pick it back up, and increase the damage by 7. It is capped at 100 something.
Alright, I had, oh, damn.
Yeah, go
Bye-bye,
ahead.
Phantom.
Go ahead,
Nice.
please.
No, I was just gonna say I had to handle that clown 1v in chat real quick, so I am, back now. And I do see that someone wasted their Phantom.
Yeah, he didn't need to bring it so close, and now I like Spork's position here. You might think, oh, you know, in 10 turns,
Wait, what the hell?
lava's coming up, but Spork has Portal, so he's able to navigate out of that pretty easily.
It is a portal grab.
Okay, he's playing this like
That was,
grassy.
okay.
Portal grab into the swarm, go back through it. Okay,
Does
tree it
Portal
off.
Grab ever, like, does Portal Grab ever really net you anything, though? Like, cool, it's cute, but, like, what does it do for you? Like, it doesn't build you any tempo. It doesn't, like,
It seems to
what's-
have
what's
done
it
some
for?
nice stuff for... What was it? Whoever won the previous set. I already forgot the guy's name.
Cryo. Yeah.
Cryo. It did some pretty good
Oh.
shit for Cryo in his games.
I missed it. Yeah, maybe Cryo used it differently, but I don't know. I feel like every time I see someone Portal Grab, it just does nothing.
So basically, with Portal Grab, Spork is saying, you know what, I'm ignoring the 250. I don't care about that. I'm looking to chip him. Oh, Whisper Bomb incoming, by the way. I'm looking to chip him with any misses.
Yeah, there was no way. Honestly, like, you gotta be a beast to hit that angle. Like,
That's a
I don't
hard
know if Spork
Yep.
practices Whispers enough to actually hit that consistently, but I probably wouldn't have risked that one.
I think he does. I've seen him, and he's pretty nasty with the Whispers, but that was a hard
Oh,
one.
really? Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But anyway, back to your Portal Grab point. Basically, Spork is saying, we're just looking at the health of our prots. He just wants to get the prot down as low as possible, right? So, and also it forces Proz to respond. He has to tree it off. And also, if he doesn't have tree, then it can be really hard. He has to put a minion in there. But it's usually pretty easy to deal with if you've got your cooldowns. You have tree, you have swarm, you have spirit to put in the portal. So
Another Phantom. How? I thought Phantom was on a 5-turn cooldown. Did that get changed, or? I feel like he's definitely putting out more Phantoms than I. Okay,
Yeah.
the portal grab into the double aura. I can see that being a
Yep.
little. Okay,
And there we go. But the thing is,
he's just treeing them off.
right, and so it is kind of useless in the sense that like
He's not doing
Uh,
anything but losing his prod advantage. Well, yeah, the one he
Yeah.
had.
yeah, Proz's tree is just gonna respond. He's just gonna respond with tree every time portal comes out. Tree, portal, tree, portal, tree, portal, portal, tree. So he has to get the cooldowns kind of off somehow. Bait Proz's tree out and then portal, but Proz is not gonna fall for that. So and he's able to offset it a little bit with Phantom to deal with his prots. The issue with this now is that Proz has an option to throw Mega into the portal if he has Mega, and it'll knock him into
Wouldn't
the
it
map.
just stuff in? I feel like it would just stuff into the tree. No.
Yeah, it would do a little bit of damage. It's probably not worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, the value there would be from deflighting him and making him take a lava tick.
Yeah, he
I don't
just
think the
hates.
boulder itself
Yeah,
is
but-
going to do enough to be worth it. Otherwise,
Hmm.
Well, like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like, what does that get you in the long run? Like, I don't know. Proz definitely doesn't
Right.
seem like someone who is gonna press the advantage or try and
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, he could just gate
And-
away.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Proz doesn't normally have a lot of damage. Another Phantom, man. All right, I can see what this is gonna be.
God, this is so rough to watch.
I mean, this was the pay-per-view fight of the night, man. We were all told to buy tickets, so maybe we just got to give it some time to. Maybe Proz is just dealing with some nerves. I give my bro the benefit of the doubt.
Hmm.
Great friend of mine. I know he would never play like this under normal circumstances.
Are you talking about? Oh yeah. What location? Where? What location?
Is he talking to me? Hold on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. So
Who's he talking to, bro? Hold
I
on.
don't know. We can just ignore him.
See, this is the problem when you give people like 1v like screen time or attention. Because why are we doing this? This guy's a clown.
And he's on the commentary team too. What?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Who approves these? Jesus.
Yeah, we only get head now, bro.
So
Respond.
as you can see, Proz's relentless aggressive approach has not really worked out for him, as he's now down 300 health. Getting absolutely fucking destroyed here. Spork with the nice portal to the bottom of the map. So if Proz goes into that portal next to him, it's going to take him to the bottom of the map. That's what he did with the overlapping portals.
Yeah, at this point, the only
tricky.
thing I'm worried about is does this guy... Oh!
that was a
Okay,
good
that was a
whisper.
little cute.
Nice play. So he knew which portal was which, and so he got a whisper through the one on the right. And yeah, threw it really well.
Oh, I
It
don't
stuck
think he
to the
went through the
land.
portal. I think it just straight up. I think he just straight smacked it through.
Oh!
I don't mean him, I mean he threw the whisper.
Or,
Yeah, I mean the whisper. I think he just threw it through throwing the portal. Like it wasn't through the portal at all.
Oh, huh. Alright. So he tried to pressure, but he missed the spear. That's gotta hurt. I wonder why he didn't just full power it. It was very weak coming through the portal there.
so we are at turn 30. How many? Let's place it. Let's
Oh,
have a
God.
friendly bet. How many of you How many of you think this game is going to draw?
Take the
I think
stream
this
down,
game is
Ink.
going to draw.
Take the stream down, we'll all go get lunch and we'll come back. So one
I don't
issue.
know, man. I was usually Proz plays super aggressive and super flashy, so I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, it beats me. One issue he's going to have too is that he's got 2 swarms and 10 seconds. So I think they have lost the opportunity to do any sort of aggro. They both accepted that it's going to be a draw. And that's fine. Now there's way too many prots. They've got no clear plan. They both have 400 health. Like, I think it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late for them to execute any sort of strategy. Oh, nice.
I mean, that was a good javelin. He
Yep,
had
good
that.
javelin. Good javelin. He calculated that angle there.
Oh man.
I can confirm that I would have missed that. Because
I'm
that's
pretty
a hard
sure
one.
he just yeeted it through the portal and prayed it hit and it worked.
Yep. So, some pressure out of Spork here. If he can reprot, or he might consider just taking himself with the aura. But I guess he can't go himself through the portal. Because he'll end up at the bottom. But Spork did a good job to get some pressure on. 140 prot to 33, and at this point, like I said, I'm only looking at the prot. I don't care about the 250 health, really.
How many more
Exactly,
whisper
at this
bombs
point,
does Spork
like-
have?
It's on a cooldown. It's unlimited. Or actually, it's
Oh,
not.
I thought it was a 4. I thought it was a 4 count.
Actually, no. I'm misspoken. It's not on a cooldown. You can just spam it. But whisper is 2 count. Whisper arrows 2 count.
Gotcha.
Bomb is
Yeah,
unlimited. so-
it's one of the few bombs that, unlike a lot of the OG bombs, this one is a spammable one.
Gotcha.
No, cause yeah, like even if he got that nice spear, even if he does get like a nice whatever portal grab, where's this game going, bro? Like I doubt any of them are gonna clear procs from either one. They should just start thinking about game 2, in my opinion.
And you know what's funny? They probably run the same books game too. like Jesus, holy shit, that went so well. I'm gonna run that shit back again. Let's go, baby. Yeah.
I didn't lose
Holy
my
shit.
game.
Look
That
at
means
that
the
nice.
book is good.
Look at that nice whisper bomb by Spork. Totally calculated with all the bounces that he just did.
Yeah, this is
He might be in trouble here, Pros. That prot disadvantage is a bit dicey. Oh, nice. He was able to go through. He was able to go through just one portal, which was great. And now,
Alright.
wow. So Spork did a little F key trick there, to just move just a little bit through the
Spork
portal.
is always trying to. Yo, if you've seen Spork's previous games, he's always trying to flex his F key movements. Bro,
Yeah.
enough. We know you're nice with it. Just move
Yeah.
like a normal player.
Yeah, but it worked there. I don't think it was actually necessary. As you can see, he moved the swarm through the portal without any F key shenanigans.
Is that gonna get both?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Oh, but it does. Oh, nice. It takes him into
Nice.
the swarm. So anyway, as I was saying, Proz is obviously completely lost, as we were all, anticipating. But yeah, he really hasn't been able to get any utility out of his phantoms. He's just been summoning them, and then they get killed immediately, or he allows them to get whispered, which is just rough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he wasn't just. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know his book. If it were me, though, I would have bounced a Mega Boulder off the side of the wall and did some crazy cool shit. But I don't know if he sees the play.
Yeah, no, he doesn't see that play 100%. There's no way. If I'm Spork, I would consider just flashing out to the left, threatening a pebble. I doubt Proz has mud, right? But now he's got a swarm out for free. Spork's gonna try to whisper this. Oh no, he's
Nope,
just
he's
gonna
just
pebble.
gonna pebble through the wall, and
Yeah.
it's like you were saying earlier with he has a prot, so he can just pebble without worrying about the recoil on the first.
Yeah, I didn't
thing.
see that quite. I didn't see that
Look,
quite
there's
at
the
first.
mud ball.
Okay, he does have mud. I just kind of speculated that maybe he doesn't have it.
And there's the flash you mentioned. But he's
Yeah.
deprodded now. This is...
Yeah, it's good here. It's a game of prots. Okay, he ticked his Phantom, which is not good. Now it's kind of hard. Spork could just go for a Whisper into Proz's Swarm again, maybe? Okay, he decides to gate, which is fair.
I mean, Proz is using. We got to give Proz the benefit of the doubt. He is using really, really weak spells like Swarm and Phantom, so he is kind of playing at a higher. He's trying a lot harder than his opponents. Is all I can say.
Yep. He went into this game with a handicap. You know, he was saying, you know what? I'm just gonna bring the super
Proz
weak
always
stuff.
does. Like
Yeah.
I said, he's a very innovative player. He doesn't use the same spells twice. He always tries something different. And
Yeah.
this game he used Swarm, something he never really pulled out. And, maybe it didn't work out. It is a pretty weak spell, so maybe next time.
Waste of a boulder there by Spork, unfortunately. Although maybe he's saying, you know what? I'm so far up in health, which is not really true.
Very rare defensive move from Proz. Would not have expected that.
Oh yeah. You know, there he goes with the gate because he's down so much health. He's got to run.
No, I think Proz can bring this back. He does these. He always has
Yeah.
the late game comeback and wins the game.
Yeah, the portal grab though we haven't seen that portal grab into the fog.
I find it worth mentioning that the portal, Proz didn't take fog damage there. Even though he ended the turn when he was sitting in the portal.
Yeah. Oh, and he can go through there now. Yeah. So that's an interesting interaction there. Oh, and the spear does like, what was that? 100?
It did a lot. Oh, nope, that's it. That's game
What
one.
the fuck was that?
114 max. 114 max it does, I think.
That was like that Uzman gif when the Cyclops jumped off the mat. What the fuck was he going for?
Well, he has no gate, remember? So.
There's the face gate. This is over.
Yeah. Man. He doesn't have any moves. He's got a drain. Could he get him into the portal somehow? That doesn't do anything,
probably.
though. Yeah, that's game. Oh, that was a interesting game. Turn 53. Was able to squeak that out.
Well, I guess I was proven wrong. It didn't draw, so got me.
Same. I admit defeat.
Yep, his relentless aggro didn't work out. I think if Proz runs Phantom, he had to be a little bit more distanced from Spork. So he was able to just spawn kill the Phantoms, and basically it just turned into a dead slot.
Like I said, though, Pro's someone who can adapt very well, adapts all the time. Let's see what he brings game 2, man.
I don't know if we'll see a no flight book from him. Not sure if he's comfortable enough to take it versus Spork, right?
Well, we'll see. Vowels is saying that Proz was talking last night about having 6 books on hand for the tournament, so he might just switch. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Proz was saying a lot of stuff. If you were watching the chat before this game happened, you probably saw Proz talking a lot of shit about this game. Talking about how it would be the best game we would ever see. How he would play at the pinnacle of his ability. How he would silence all the haters. I don't know.
Not quite. I didn't.
And then what we wound up witnessing
I
was
didn't have the lobby.
60G with 10-second turns.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course, I don't have the lobby chat open. Oh, it looks like they began without tournament mode on. Oh, never mind, they caught that. So they both resigned. There we go.
So Proz has this flightless mix. I won't reveal it, but
Oh, you know the book?
yeah, I don't know if he would. My guess is if he runs a flightless mix, he'll run that particular one that I'm thinking of. But it worked pretty well, I would say overall. But I'm just not sure how comfortable he is with it. He did some flightless in like the 10 Alien tournament a while back, and it worked well as well. You know, so we'll see. If I'm Spork, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm pretty confident that I can outplay with just most books, because he's got good flight micro. He's good with the flight style, all that good stuff.
So you were talking about how Proz has a very interesting flightless book. You think now's the time to pull it out, down 1-0?
No, I probably would take Phantom out because he didn't use it well. I might take Phantom out, stick with Flight, because it's my bread and butter. Proz knows how to play Flight books. But if he feels comfortable, I don't know, it really could go either way. I wouldn't be mad if he pulled that out. I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. I respect the attempt. Down 1-0, you definitely got to shake things up. I wouldn't run it back with Phantom again.
Especially when you didn't do any meaningful damage with it. I don't know. Maybe take something like Clock, where you can see immediate results.
Yeah, he did about 50, but like you said, it's the weakest spell in the game, so, you know.
It's a very weird spell. It's mainly known for chipping procs, but when you didn't chip them that much, not really worth bringing, yeah? So I think I think that's probably the number one thing I think we can all agree should be switched out of his book.
Yeah, no, we're memeing, of course. Phantom's pretty strong. There's this whole debate while we're waiting, you know, kind of for the game and the first 10 or 20 turns play out or whatever, but like how are whisper spells kind of adding to the game? Should they be part of the game? Is it a good mechanic to be able to just shoot a spell through terrain and have a minion just fly through terrain?
Bro, fuck no.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's the alternative? Okay, you introduce this effect into the game, and then look at how many nerfs Bomb has. Look at how many nerfs, or not even nerfs, but changes. Look at how many changes Arrow has. Look at how many changes Phantom has. Just creates more work in the back end for the developers. It's more discussion for all the Discord people in the Discord. It's more arguments. It's more flaming. It's more tilting. You know, fuck Phantom. It's the worst spell in the game. I'm quitting because of Phantom. Screw you guys. I'm out. Leaves the Discord. Quits the game. Deletes the client, right? You know? All these things are happening.
I feel like if we didn't have stuff like Whisper and Phantom and all that for people to argue and yell and flame and call overpowered, we'd be like, I feel like if you get rid of all the new stuff, we're just going to be having these exact same conversations about shit like Dark Knight. And
That's
I don't know,
true.
Pebble Shot or something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Probably more
But
among newer players than the OGs, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
Oops.
Those are kind of tired
Apologies.
conversations among the OGs. They have already discussed that at length. Pretty surprising, like how far you can whisper with extend. You're able to just go through so much land, which is wild.
I don't know, I've never played with or against Whisper Bomb or those sorts of spells yet.
Yeah, I mean,
don't think it's objectively a bad mechanic. I just think I agree with you. It's hard to balance, and I'm assuming there's good reasons for all the nerfs that they've seen.
the thing is, like, on spells with a lot of land, which a lot of maps have a lot of land. Like, if I just look at a list, You know, Elven has a lot of land. Alien World has a lot of land. Wasteland has a lot of land. Fortress. You know, even like Ghostly Halls, Ocean Floor. Whisper, you can just like say goodbye to the land. You don't even have to worry about it. You just position yourself close and throw a Whisper in there, and they get damaged.
Hey, yo, let me ask you a quick question. Who do you think's taking all the time right now to book for this next game? Who do you think's scared?
Proz. Yeah. On the back foot, for sure.
I was just sitting here thinking, like, damn, bro, they've been in this lobby for a minute. I'm wondering
Yeah.
why the next game ain't start already. Somebody
Yeah, me
going
too.
through it.
I'm gonna give a hot take. I actually think it's Spork.
Books don't know what to go with.
You think
I
it's Spork?
I actually think it's Spork because Spork has a tendency to take breaks in between like games within a series, and so I think this is probably one of those, maybe perhaps. But usually he takes it after a loss. So, just from my experience, like being tournament host for these guys and whatnot, and you know dealing with their
here we go.
names. Oh, never mind.
We didn't see them go out of their lobby and say, "I'm done."
Oh, it looks like it was Proz.
Oh yeah.
Spork just posted.
Wait, how did you figure that out?
Spork just posted inside of the gate that it was Proz he was waiting for Red to ready up.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When you put this big of a target on your back and you speak for a week straight about how you're gonna put on an amazing performance, you can't show up and be a stinker.
Yeah, you're gonna talk that talk and then show up and get slapped, you know?
Yeah, people are gonna hyper analyze your play after you do that.
Someone in lobby's like, "I woke up for this. ... Jeez. Oh, what a burn. That's funny.
I think the one interesting thing is, I know you guys have obviously been being sarcastic, but maybe some of the viewers aren't so aware. Proz is known for being a very, very defensive player, perhaps the most defensive player in the game, aside from perhaps there's one OG player I'm thinking of that was known for stalling. KO8, that's his name.
Yeah.
And I suppose this is at least a very good lesson in how to break stall for newer players, for existing players. This is a very good, or at least game one was a very good demonstration of how to do that. And I think that much can be learned from that game, as slow as it was.
Yeah, and what he's setting up here is a portal grab, but it's not possible, I don't think, when he's mounting the Pegasus.
That was gonna be my question: is does being mounted on something like Peggy size or larger does it outright prevent the portal grab, or does it just make it harder?
I'm not 100% sure. I thought that you could do it, so it's possible that he just messed it up, but I don't know. Sporks is really good at portal grab, so I'm inclined to believe that nope, it's not possible, because I rarely see Spork miss portal grabs. He's super fast.
Is this guy trying to undead his Pegasus?
Yeah, so what Proz has here, it's now strikingly obvious, is a Dark Defense book. So he's going to build his Pegasus. Well, not build it, but he's going to aura it down with the swarms. Get it undead. Have it build its health up. Get a second one. Get it undead. Build its health up to 125. The auras from the undead Peggies, they heal each other. And Proz has told me, I did an interview with him when he did his matchup versus Bill, which is on my YouTube channel. And he was telling me about how the way he uses Dark Defenses is he does not use it aggressively. He doesn't use it and then push his opponent with a bunch of aggro plays. He's going to just play the game. Whenever he gets super low and is on the ropes, he'll use it then. So
Look at
Bye,
this guy
Peggy.
thinking cryo with the water ball.
Nice water
Come on,
ball
bro.
by Spork. And right now, Proz doesn't have a ton of moves. He's just gotta, bring Peggy's out on rotation. That's funny.
Is it just me,
Yeah.
or does this book seem like it's more set up to draw than win?
You're right. Oh, you're right. Go ahead, Calais.
No, never mind. I realized what he was doing there. Never mind.
Yeah, so it is set up to draw, but you can also get good mileage out of it too, because you just have an unlimited number of health. If your opponent pushes you, you can always just pop DD and get a huge cushion. So this is going to be a long commentary, so if you guys are watching, you know, go get a snack, get some food or something. Because if he keeps running the dark defenses, we're gonna be here for a while. He brings the swarm through, probably not necessary because it just dies. And yeah, they're both kind of waiting for the other.
Spork is looking like he's about to. I don't know, bro. I really don't think that Spork is going to lose this one. This is not looking like Proz is ever going to do anything that's going to put Spork in jeopardy.
Okay, snare here is good. It's gonna do some damage. What's Pro's gonna do here? Flash? What is that?
He's gonna flash.
What is the flash? What is
And
that
the
move?
portal's just gonna bring him right back, and now Spork doesn't have to do anything. The barrier's just gonna keep chipping his prod.
Spork can Q.
Well, I'm
Pro's
not
had
sure what these moves are.
Pro's had the gate. Pro's had the gate there. For sure. And someone says to block snare from piling, that's why he flashed, but the snares don't stack. They just do, if you hit any one of them, it does 25 damage and it cancels all of them out.
Did they get rid of the ritual stare stacking or not?
Yeah, well, Ritual's not a spell anymore, right? So.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, because Grove, that spell that you didn't know what it does, was back into the game.
That replaced ritual? Alright, I'm learning, bro. I'm learning.
Yeah, and I misspoke. Snare does 30 now, not 25. But yeah, Spork did a cool portal grab there. Now he's going to bring his swarm through. Tick Proz, and then, honestly, he can water ball again. Okay, Aura's good.
Yeah, Aura works. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. I'm thinking water ball, maybe he could go through the middle of the map with Mac Air. Right now it looks tricky to do. Don't know if he would fit. And he's going to try and not really. Maybe you could go for a water ball here and detower him. Or spear.
I think he's going to do the risky javelin. The risky javelin for sure.
That's a nice javelin. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
that was an excellent javelin.
Yeah, a little bit of a tricky. It looks hard, but
Definitely just water balls and shit, right?
yeah, I'm thinking about a line where he could.
Yeah, like you could definitely just water ball. Spork is definitely knows when to try and close and put the pressure on.
Yeah, I was thinking about another one. It's a little adventurous, but like you go up over the portal with the Mac Air, he detowers, he goes through the portal, and then he has an avenue to get to Proz. You know what I mean? But he chose to water ball twice, which is good too. So at any point, I think he could choose to detower from his Mac Air, drop into the portal, apply pressure that way. I'm not sure what his swarm is doing out there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a need though.
Yeah,
like when you have this much of advantage, there's no reason to give your opponent anything to work with.
Yeah, and he is choosing to stay in the Mac Air and hit a water ball through the prot. I don't know if he has Pebble. If he does, he should just go for a Pebble. Like, he's in a huge advantage right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Just do damage. Yeah, don't Q. Jesus. He almost queued there. Okay, maybe he doesn't
Nah,
have
that was
Pebble.
close.
Oh, if he doesn't
That
have
one was close.
if he doesn't have Pebble, this could be a draw. Because yeah.
I'm
Proz
not
must-
sure why Proz is making these plays when he's under the type of pressure.
It's hard. I mean, he doesn't have tools to deal with the aggression. Okay, that was not the best Mega, but it's okay. Because
I mean,
don't.
yeah, a Pebble would have just been the exact same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Proz has mud in this book. He would have had to have
Oh,
brought it to try
there
to
it
deal
is.
with the rush. Yeah. So, but the problem is, yeah, Spork can just
Yeah.
spam
Easily water ball that.
water balls. Although, take a look though. Look at his Pegasus. It's at 100. He can He can summon another Peg.
Spork
He can get Dark Defense
needs
up.
to, yeah, Spork needs to end this.
Yeah. Does he spear
Spear?
off cooldown? Nice
Oh.
lob there. Nice lob there. So Proz needed to go up.
Peg can block here though. Like Peg can easily block him, right? Oh, never mind, just tree.
Seed works too, but he's just gonna get waterballed again.
Well, Water Ball's not a good play here because he will just respond with the double drain and Spork is still trapped.
True.
Yeah, definitely telly out. I don't know
He-
the best telly position, but definitely
Yeah.
want to get out of it.
He definitely needed to position himself differently with the flight prot, go up where that leaf is, the broken leaf of the tree, kind of in mid-map, so that Spork didn't just have an easy spear. Okay, it's not the easiest, but it's, you know, he's
Yeah.
gotta go for it.
You have to go through portal now. Like you can't just stay there in Peggy Aura. Oh yeah, I
mean,
guess tower.
I mean, he's up so much health that his plan, he's got a 3-turn plan. Basically, he's thinking, okay, I'm gonna Mac Air, and maybe he trees it off, then I'm gonna Water Ball, and get to him in 2 or 3 turns. His plan is to go over and Pebble.
Oh
right?
wow, I didn't think
So-
he could fit through there, but yeah.
Yep, so he can fit, so he's gonna Pebble, and... Okay, Snare.
Yeah, snare is actually not a bad idea there.
No, because it's gonna force Proz to...
Yeah, it either forces out tower or does a
Move.
shit ton of damage out of tower next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Peg again.
Or it could make a risky move and try to drop his second Mega in. Like, there's a spot between the tree and the Peg on the left of Proz there. Could be good. But the thing is, he's draining, and then he's gonna get detowered, and Spork has an easy Mega. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, bro. This is about to get ugly.
Could he... Oh, dang. There's not an angle for a Mega,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Spork. Yeah.
Oh, but
spear
there's an
again.
angle
For that though.
When
Angle
in
for a
doubt-
spear.
When in doubt, just spear, bro.
Yeah, and someone in lobby says the Mega's rough, just spear, yeah. That's totally fine. That's a good aggro play. It's a lot of damage.
Did he just flight with no? Oh, okay. I don't know why my game just showed him flying with no prod. Weird.
So Sport can reposition with the Mac Air and then just Water Ball down. Or not even reposition, just Water Ball anyway.
just water ball. You don't even have to. Yeah.
That being said, Proz doesn't look to be in as terrible of a position as we might think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because he's got 2 pegs and DD, right?
Oh, he's running DD. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Although that is not good. Can he go back through with the Mac Air? For some reason he can't, looks like. Oh, but he's got a open line to hit him. Yeah, that's not ideal. Not ideal. Turn 35, it's going to be a bit of a chore, even with DD, for Proz to draw this if Sport keeps the pressure up.
Yeah, I didn't know he had DD. That actually puts a lot more pressure on him to close sooner. Now I'm not so sure.
And now it's interesting, like, Proz can prot in his towers as long as Spork's spear is down, but it might be coming back soon. Because Pebbles won't just melt them. Okay, his strategy is, I'm just going to get my Pegasus out and hope for DD soon. Okay, he's walking down the pixels, 2-1. Snare. That's fair.
Snare again.
That's fair. Proz has to be careful here.
I think Spork has to be careful. His yeah, you're giving your opponent too much here.
Yep. Water ball could maybe work. Risky. Risky, yeah.
Oh,
So now
I saw the vision.
So now if Proz can get good positioning here, he can get a prod up. Yeah, so if Spork is trapped here, I think this is nice.
He stole the peg.
Yeah, he stole the peg, which is good for Spork. And now it's looking pretty drawish, honestly. A little bit of a snoozer.
He has a clock just in... Oh my goodness.
Wow.
He's had clock the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
Oh shit, wait, he can go through the portal and flash. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
He doesn't see it.
He said go. He's just standing still.
He
bro.
doesn't
What
see...
the
He's just
fuck?
standing there menacingly, and then he plays another frickin' tree.
What? Dude, that is so easy to see. It's the easiest flash in the world. What is he doing? Oh, God.
Maybe it was nerves. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that was nerves.
Is this
God.
guy playing to draw
Oh.
or something?
Flash, you can still flash. You go under Spork. I know the angle.
You
Proz
did make
doesn't.
the video, bro.
Proz doesn't.
You did make the video, bro.
God. Yeah, that would be hard. And that's a bit tilting. Oh, and Sport Qs. Man, this has turned into this has turned into a cluster. All right, cast DD now.
Man.
Mr. Proz.
Proz
this
is
This is a
I
draw.
can't believe Proz is back in this so heavily now.
This is a draw. Yeah, it's insane.
If Proz has DD, you can't kill him now.
And dude, honestly, Proz is in a winning spot. If he goes through, he flashes. He's got DD for whenever he gets super low. He just hits that button. Point and click. 300 health.
Did Spork just Q again, or am I tripping?
No, tower.
No, he towered.
Oh, okay.
Proz is fine with the draw here, right? Because there's 0
Y'all see
points.
Sometimes chat is pretty funny, man.
Oh, hey Pierce, good to see you in the Twitch chat. I saw you were in the chat for my last commentary. Great to see you here.
Pure snuck in? It's crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Pierce 7D, he's a wild one. So nothing's happening, as you guys can tell. This is going to be an easy draw.
What turn is it? For some reason mine won't show me.
25.
Oh, okay.
46 now, and it's just... Some people in the in-game chat were going off like, we need new commentators. These guys are saying, there's nothing to say! It's a 60G style stall fest! Look, there's Peggies and everything!
Yeah, what are we supposed to do, you know?
Nah, I'm glad you said it, bro. They were championing you. The new commentator. They said the new commentator knew it. They said he knew what he was. They said he knew what he was talking about, bro. It's easy to talk that talk more.
Yeah, you know, I'm curious how long Proz waits to cast Dark Defense. He's gonna wait till like turn 59 to bring it out. He wants to cast Dark Defense and still have his pegs alive so that they can heal back with their own auras.
I don't know though. What you want
Kind
me
of
to
a nuance.
commentate on? Like, look at this, bro.
Well, I was just commentating, but then you interrupted as usual. Fucking hell. Jesus. What is there to commentate on right after Coevil is just done commentating? Christ.
I mean, they just want
no.
play-by-play narration. I can do that.
Yeah, what do they
I
want?
got y'all. No, I got y'all. Watch this.
Here's the Spork with his 4th laptop of the game.
Yeah. Proz, go into the wormhole and get snare ticked and swarm ticked
They want play-by-play commentary, bro.
And then
Every
Q.
turn, every move.
Every turn, every move. All right. So, as you can see here, Spork is waterballing.
Nice
Off
water
the
ball
map.
brought to you by
Yeah.
Nice water ball.
Yeah, nice water ball by Spork. Now see what he's doing here is he's making an avenue for him to go jump off the map and Q in the water.
This is what the people want, bro.
Yep, this is what the people want for sure. He has been so traumatized by this game versus Proz that he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna suicide.
You know, it needs to go through. Oh, why would you put the
And
Peggy
jump.
through there? I was gonna say stick a clock in there.
No,
it
actually so, like, Spork
only
is
so to explain this to Arch, because I know you are not as familiar
I'm new.
with with the newer spells. Wormhole is a one-way portal where only minions and players can fit through.
You can't
And-
put spells through wormholes. Okay.
Correct. So
Okay.
in this case he could fit Pegasus through, but or himself if he wants to do that for whatever reason. But the downside is that it sort of grounds whatever goes through, so the Pegasus was effectively grounded. So him would be
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn. So close. Oh, and he ticked himself. Oh no! Wait. Just go for broke. Go for a water ball and deflight him. Maybe hurt your swarm, but doesn't matter. No, okay,
Nope,
he's gonna
another
trap him in.
tree.
Tree.
Yeah, that's fair. Sport kind of trapped, which is unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I don't think either of these players will be able to close out the game now. Even though Spork is in a worse position for sure, it's already turn 55, and yeah, he's just going to TP and he can pretty much jump off the map pretty soon.
He went through the wormhole with this with this Pegasus. He didn't mean to do that. He wanted to trap Spork with it. Bruh. And now it's gonna die to lava. And he gets
Honestly,
no value out of DD.
If I was Spork, I'd be punching myself in the balls right now. Because I feel like he had Proz right there, bro. Like,
Oh!
he was right there, ready for the
That was a
kill.
nice boulder.
Yeah, I didn't see that play.
Wait,
Oh, he almost hit himself with the cog. That would have killed him immediately.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Oh, but this
Oh, and now
isn't
he
to kill
falls
him.
into the lava and he dies. Not immediately, but he
Does
will.
he?
No,
Oh.
58, and he's gonna go down.
Oh!
Oh, sink! Oh, I didn't see that. There was no land under him.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that
Oh,
either, bro.
shit! I didn't even see that. What the
No,
fuck?
I did
Wait,
not.
he's gonna die from fog. He's gonna die from fog.
Spork, you have three turns
Oh my
to close
So,
this.
and
Wait, he's gotta
please
be
end this.
careful.
Wrap this up.
Oh,
Oh, did
grab
he just...
into fog. And then he gets ticked.
Oh, no, end this now, bro.
He has like one turn.
Oh, come on.
Oh, shit. And
Nah,
he's
there's
got-
I
one
think it's
way he
ours.
can.
So what's gonna happen with the worm? Yeah,
No pebbles.
okay, the laptop fits through the wormhole. He's got 4 seconds.
Ooh, Spork?
Spear? Oh, okay.
I like
Okay.
it. I like
The
it.
problem is
Wait.
it's turn 60.
Yeah.
Is Pro's aware of
Aw,
this?
Damn. Spork's are just...
Prot?
Nope, tree.
Okay. Damn it.
Ah,
That actually was going to be game over, man. I like
Wait.
Spork's killer instincts.
Wait, is
Wait,
it
water
Whisper?
ball?
That's
Wait,
over.
oh!
It's over.
Shit! Turn 60 win! I was saying he could stack it, but he didn't need to. Holy fuck.
A game where
Holy.
it seemed unwinnable for Spork
That was
because of
Spork.
the advantage that Pro's had.
Holy
But-
fuck. Yo, he needed the DD early. He saved it. He was too greedy. Oh, man.
DD confirmed too good to use.
Yeah, Pros played greedy. That was insane. That is rare. Definitely a rare win. Wow. That was insane. Gotta think of some good questions.
For sure. It seems like Spork is coming in for an interview. We'll see if Proz is up for it.
Alrighty.
So far, doesn't look like Proz has responded
That's all good.
to the interview, but okay. I think we'll just bring Proz in for now, and we'll see if
Spork?
Yeah,
Pro.
Spork.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me, Spork. We'll have Spork come in, and we'll see if Proz wants to come in afterwards. Welcome in, Spork. GG's and congrats on the win. How are you feeling after that match?
Thanks, man. Feeling pretty good. I think the book matchup was kind of complicated, but I think there's some inefficiencies with what I ran. I was trying to play around with something, trying to combine the portal plus Thorn plus Mac Air with the idea that okay, I could put the snare on myself, and then drop it down if I get treed, but it didn't end up working out that well because he has Peggy. But I don't know. That was a lengthy game. I think I thought it was going to stall out for sure, but I think the pivotal moment, and I don't think Proz intended to do this, but he put his second undead Peggy in the wormhole instead of trapping me with it or even knocking me down with it.
Yeah.
That was definitely a blunder. But yeah, I was able to capitalize on that. I think I definitely had a lot of room to play it better, but it was also it was tricky with the book I was using to engage on all those Peggies.
It looks like Proz is also going to come in for an interview. So I'll
yeah.
move him in. GG's Proz, welcome in.
Oh, cool.
Hello.
Welcome in.
What's up, pros?
Feel free to turn your mic on and share us any thoughts you had about the series.
Hello?
Hi, we can hear you
Yeah,
all
we
right,
can
no
hear you.
worries.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, boys? No, it's a disappointing loss, but it is what it is. No, can't win them all.
I think the first question we had for you would be on game 2. We believed
Yeah.
that you could have pretty much jumped in the water and queued, but you chose not to. Why is that?
That's for cowards, man. I don't do that shit.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
Go out like a man.
He played. Here's my thought. He played it well in the end, and I'm not gonna take that away from him. So, I think he deserved the win, and me just queuing in the water is just. There's no respect there. So I think he
I
played well.
respect that. I respect that.
He played
Thanks,
well.
man.
So I cannot say he did not play well. He played well.
It was a pretty intense series. I liked it. You know,
Yeah, so
you draw at either, which is good.
yeah, pros. I was wondering about you were telling me, in our last matchup that we had when I did the commentary with Slim Bill, we were talking about dark defenses, and you mentioned you want to save it all the way to the end. But I thought maybe you could have used it like mid game, and that would have gave you a good cushion. The thing is, maybe your pegs would have died, and then you wouldn't.
Yeah,
They wouldn't heal off themselves, right? So what was your
So,
thought process there?
That was the whole thing, man. Like I could have popped it earlier. I felt like I didn't need to, just because I already had pressure on the other side of the map and I had Spork on the left side. So I was using the pegs more so to I guess zone them out and be aggro. So if I popped it early, I think they would have died quickly and then it would have been done. So that's why I didn't pop DD. I felt like I didn't need to do it. But I fucked myself over when both my pegs got stuck on the lava side and they both died.
Yeah, in the wormhole. I think you were going over to try to trap Spork, and then it went into the wormhole and the lava was coming up, and that just fucked you. That was rough.
Yeah, it is what it is though. He did well, man. He did well.
So Pierce has a couple of questions for, I suppose, both of you. I could ask this, but I'll start with Proz. Any major regrets? Like, what's your biggest regret in the entire series? Or are there like any turns that you wish you could definitely do over that you feel like you would do over if you had the chance?
Yeah, is this for me or for Spork?
I'll ask you this first, but I'll ask Spork the same question after your response. So go ahead.
No regrets, man. I think in every tournament game, I think I've had fun. My first game against Joker was AIDS. But that's also because me and him just started playing again. So that was a rough game, and we played it straight out 5 hours. Then my other 2 games, I think they went all right. And the game against Spork, you know, I feel like I could have played it a lot better in both games. But no excuses, man. There's no excuses. I was trying, you know, I was trying to beat him, and I just ended up losing, man.
Fair enough. Spork, I suppose I should ask you the same thing. Any big regrets during the set, or any turns that you feel like, you know, within game 1 or 2, you can answer for both games, or either game, that you feel like you would have done over if you could?
It's hard for me to say. I mean, I think I wasn't running Pebble the second game. I don't normally run Pebble with that book. I think without that, it's hard to assert a lot of pressure. Because I was of course, I was playing the whole time, assuming Proz had DD. Because he was playing that way, and, you know, I couldn't just... I had to be careful with how I applied pressure. But I don't know. I think that game could have went anyway. I think Proz played it really well in the mid game, in the recovery. And he honestly could have had me in a chokehold. So yeah, I think I don't know. These games are pretty complicated because we're always bringing different books. So even though the Arma is like deterministic, every match is different. So there's a lot of adapting on the fly, and I think I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how some of these other games go, because I think there are a lot of new books being introduced to the meta currently.
A couple more questions, also from Pierce. I'll start with Spork on these ones. Anything from Proz really surprised him? Excuse me. Did anything from Proz that he brought really surprise you? Were you, for example, surprised by his DD book in Game 2?
No, I wasn't. I was surprised by that because I saw him running that against 1v a while back. I think it was against 1v, right? Yeah. So I knew this whole time Proz might bring DD. What I was surprised by was Flight plus Phantom, because that's a combo we rarely ever see.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know the last time. I don't think I've ever seen anyone run that combo before. Maybe actually I did in the Alien World Tournament, but very, very uncommon. So that kind of caught me off guard. In that game, I didn't bring Aura, so I was worried about how I was going to actually chip him back. You might have seen me missing a lot of Whisper Bombs. I was kind of starting to be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't run Whisper Bomb next game.
Yeah.
Because I definitely cannot play it like Goal can. With like that perfect accuracy. I think I only hit like 50% of them at best. So, so like, I don't know. It was very stressful there. Because Proz definitely caught me off guard with that book.
What about you, Proz? Was there anything that Spork brought that surprised you? Or anything that you feel like you had to really adapt to on the fly?
Yeah, I'll answer both of those. I think the only thing that he surprised me was that last game we just played with the I really like that the Mac Air snare plus swarm port combo. He really caught me off guard. Once I saw him using the Mac Air and then putting the snare on his head, I already suspected that he was gonna do the portal, but that's something I haven't really seen like that. That's why I mounted Peg in hopes that he'd mess it up, because it's a little different once you're mounted when you're not.
Is it even
Um,
possible?
Yeah, can
I-
you do it? I'm not sure.
it is possible. It is
Okay,
possible.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Um,
I've never tried it up until that point.
yeah. So thankfully it worked out for me when he did that. Otherwise it would have been a lot of damage. But he really did catch me by surprise with that. And you know, he knew what I was gonna do that second game, so he wasn't allowing me to set up with the pegs. But once I got that one undead, I kind of bounced back, and then just threw it like in the last few turns.
Yeah.
But the only thing I wish I did, going back to the first question before this one, was using something else. I did have 2 other books that I had in store that you guys haven't seen me use ever. It's like something out of my character. I was gonna use this, but I wanted it to play it safer, and I guess that's something I do regret not showcasing. Even if I lost, regardless, I think it would have been cool for you guys to see this different style you guys have never seen in this tournament yet. But
I was
it's all
going
good.
to ask about that. There was a book that was actually posted in my clan Discord server. It was a flightless book. I'm not sure if I can pull it up, but in the meantime, while I look for it, Coeval, Calais, Arch, do you guys have any questions that you can think of for these guys?
One question.
I don't have any
had-
questions.
Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
had a snide remark about the second game that I feel like the time for saying has passed. I'm gonna say it anyway. It played out to me kind of like a movie. You guys have probably seen the movie Inglourious Bastards. And the
Yeah.
reason I bring that movie up is because in that movie, for the first like 90% of the movie, a whole lot of nothing happens, and then right at the end of the movie, Hitler gets leveled with a machine gun and everybody cheers. That game
Yeah,
2 was
all
kind
this-
of like that, because for the first 59 turns, absolutely nothing happened. And then Proz got KO'd right at the end of the turn, and chat was lit, and we in the commentary were like, "Oh snap!" And yeah, it followed a very similar series of events to the movie *Inglourious Bastards*, and I just wanted to point that out.
Ah, yes, Pros. I found the book. I believe that was one of the books that perhaps hasn't been revealed yet. I haven't quite seen it from you. I don't think anybody else has.
I've used this book before. I think in one of Koival's video I shared him this book. This I've used. It's something completely different.
Gotcha.
And for those that can't obviously see the book, the ink link, it's a flightless Swaparoo, DK, Double Tower, Wormhole book. But I've used this before. I think I used it against what's his name?
Used it against Slim Bill, right?
Slim Bill, yeah.
game.
First
Yeah.
game against Slim Bill.
So there's even more in store that you haven't revealed yet. A bit unfortunate we didn't get to see it.
I had one book that Harpo has seen because he asked me to practice and I used it and did successful both times against him. So he knows what it is. And then there was another book that I really wanted to showcase, but really I didn't feel confident enough to pull it off. I think it would have been too much. Maybe if I won the first game and then I might have pulled it out. But who knows how well I would have done, to be honest.
Well,
What was
We're
your
go-
thought process with Phantom in Game 1? That's not something that we've really seen you run that much.
yeah, the
I-
Flight Phantom book. That was quite unusual. Go ahead.
Well, that I used that against, and many of you guys probably haven't seen it because it wasn't really a good spec game, I guess. But I used it against XII or 12. I think that type of book is like I mentioned this before to you, Koyuval, but like this is like what I like to call a quote unquote balance book. And when I say that, it's a book that you can run without taking too much risks. I think it can do like it can maintain itself. So like with Spork's like portal book, like Yeah, he caught me a few, like a lot of times with the swarm port, but I pretty much could contest and trade back with the Phantom. I think that first game what really fucked me was the double port. And he just kept getting me every time. But yeah, this Phantom book, I think it's a nice little balance. It's a safe play.
So I think. Oh, go ahead, Quavel, if you have something else to say. I was going to actually go ahead and talk about the next matchups and the future matchups of the tournament. But if you have something to say regarding this current one, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that it does seem like a balanced book. Unfortunately, though, some of your early Phantoms were a little bit poorly positioned, allowing the Whispers, and that kind of canceled out its usefulness. So that didn't work out the best for you. But definitely seems like a cool book to try for this set.
Yeah, and something cool also that you can do with the Phantom. I don't know if you guys remember seeing it, but in that first game, Spork teleported to the right side. I put my Phantom in a position so he can't escape, because you know how it becomes solid once you attack with it. So
Right,
that's what I
yeah.
did. Like I trapped him pretty much and took free 50 damage. So that's something like you can use Phantom for too.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead, Ink.
So I was going to ask both of you about sort of the next matchups of the tournament. Of course, I'll start with Proz. Proz, unfortunately, is eliminated now, but I suppose the first thing I should ask you, for sure, is now that you're eliminated, is there anybody you're going to be rooting for to win the whole thing that's still in?
Hold on, let me check this.
The players that are still in, DX, Spork, of course, Cryo, Joker, and Harpo.
I'm rooting for the underdogs, man. So I'm rooting for my boy Joker. I'm rooting for my boy Harpo. Whoever of them wins, I want one of them to win. The DX and Spork, that's another big pay-per-view fight.
Yeah, I was about to talk about that after, for sure.
They won't sell it like me, but I think that's a really big fight. Who knows? I might help them sell that shit, and I can get the donations. But that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yes.
That's, to be honest, that's the fight I'm excited for out of this whole tournament. Whoever gets to the grand finals, it's not gonna be as big as these fights. I think these fights were much bigger, but who knows? But I'm excited for the DX and Spork. That's gonna be a good one.
So, speaking of which, Spork, you are coming up against your arch nemesis DX in the next round.
Oh yes.
Your eternal enemy. And this is perhaps, for those who
yes.
might not be aware, this is perhaps the biggest rivalry in the entire competitive scene. I would personally say so. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but I'm sure most people in the community would say that as well. And I know you have a lot of select words for DX coming up, but
Oh, yeah.
Can we invite DX in here? Hold on, let me see if I can get it.
Oh,
no,
I get
no,
on here?
no, not
No,
now,
no.
not now. It's okay. I suppose the
Well, we
first thing
could
I
have a
will ask.
pre-fight. A pre-fight.
Press conference, yes, we can have
press
that.
conference.
So I suppose the first things I should ask, also Pierce asked this, do you feel well prepared for DX, or do you feel there's anything that you might be afraid of? How are you feeling going into it, the next round?
I mean, I'll say this. I think one of the things that I think DX does better than anybody else is like switching up a few spells and holding off on revealing that spell for as long as possible. He actively plays intentionally that way. So that's usually what I'm like concerned with playing against him, but I'm getting used to it at the same time as I play him more and more. So I don't know. I think it'll be a good fight. I think we both have a lot of books that we've used throughout this tournament and that we know how to use. There are concerns of like, because I think me and him both are playing like every different type of book. There is going to be kind of a bit of a like, okay, how are we like there's a bit of a blind pick matchup that's going to go on each game. So it will come down to someone always trying to like, you use their skill to overcome any disadvantage in terms of booking. But I think it'll still be very interesting.
Right. I suppose I can perhaps give you a bit of a platform to speak on your history with DX. You two have faced quite a bit in the past.
Yeah, I think we faced off in pretty much every tournament out there.
Yeah, 18, I believe it was 18, 16, 14,
the Murky one as well, although that was 60
well.
Murky.
Yeah, 60s is a bit different.
Yeah.
But in terms of every low times tournament that I believe both of you have entered, I think you've faced off.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of low times tournaments, I have not had a great track record against him in the knockouts. I'm sure he'll be happy to gloat on that. But at the end of the day, that there's always an opportunity to bring it back. And I think this is the most competitive LTS tournament we've had so far in terms of the map. So I'm intending to really drive it home against DX. Really gonna try and keep him on his toes. And I don't care if we draw one, several, however many times. I'm just gonna play through it.
So I think we talked about how Proz is holding back quite a bit of tech, quite a few books. Are there any books that you have prepared specifically to surprise DX? Of course, you don't have to go into detail of them. We don't want you to spoil that.
Yeah, let's just say DX better be prepared.
Fair
Fighting
enough.
words.
Fighting words.
Yeah.
Fighting words.
Well, I suppose we can conclude it on that note. Arch, Coeval, Calais, if any of you have any questions before we end, or if anybody in the chat has any questions as well, we can get that. But if
No, all good for me. I like your username, Spork. All hail the Isopod King.
Oh yes.
Yeah, for sure. Pierce. I will say that all the matches will be scheduled. Like the semifinals matches, I made it so that they're mandatory to be scheduled, and we'll have it converted into Eastern. So on the spreadsheet, but I can also. I'll also try and get that tournament broadcast thing going up for you that you requested. I have talked to the mods about it. They said they can. Yes, of course we're a bit still primitive on that, but yeah, we'll be looking to hopefully improve the stream going forward for sure, and hopefully we'll have it prepared for the semifinals, especially with such a hype match perhaps coming our way between Spork and DX. But for now, if there's no more questions from either chat or commentators, I think we're going to conclude stream there. Thank you to Spork and Proz for joining in for the interview. Your insights were really awesome for this series, and it was a hell of a series as well. I'm sure a lot of people didn't expect such an entertaining series for how defensive you guys both can be sometimes, but
Yeah.
it turned out to be quite exciting for some defensive books.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. So yeah, on that note, thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. And also, thank you to Coeval, Archlord, and Calais for the commentary. today. Yes, and we will definitely have some semifinals action coming your way in the future. Until then, take care, everybody. Peace.